WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Ron Derry here with you alongside Lucas DeSangro.
Hi. My headphones just unplugged while I was switching seats, so I'm going to have to plug these back in. So, breaking kayfabe.
Yeah, I was going to say, your honesty is appreciated, although I could have covered for you, but you didn't give me the chance.
Well, for once, I'm the one who's running on 2.5 hours sleep, so I'm the one who doesn't know what the heck he's doing. Shut up!
As if you knew I was going to follow up with something.
I was just copying the
copying the intro. I gotcha. No, I wasn't going to have anything smarmy.
Today is going to be a fun show, Fearon.
Why is that, Lucas?
Because it's...
Because it's Memorial Day weekend?
Not just because of that, because I'm a bleeping mess.
So it's like every other week.
Even more so than usual.
So what you're saying is as far as your contributions to the show today, it's pretty much...
Not a damn thing.
That's not necessarily
That's not
true. But I do appreciate the Wayne Brady reference. It's
Got
fantastic.
to throw those drops in there every once in a while.
Thank God.
Fun times. Okay, so the big story of the week here, talking a little TV here on the radio.
What?
What do you mean, what?
No, I mean, I know, but, like, how could we talk about TV? Such a visual thing, Fearon.
Well, I mean, we do a lot of visual things on WBCB1490.com as well as WBCBsports.com. So
What
it's
a
not
plug.
completely out of the realm of possibility. It's just we don't do the video thing because nobody wants to see either of our mugs on camera.
I'm sure they'd want to see the gestures we give each other when we're not on the air. Or when we're on the air.
Yeah, but we also want to keep it a family-friendly show.
Fair enough. I mean, it's wrestling-related in certain aspects, but I see your point.
Yeah, no, we don't need people to see the Stone Cold salutes.
They can go to the WWE Network for that.
They most certainly can.
There, I'll plug something I have no relation to whatsoever. See, I told you, Fearon.
Yeah.
More so than usual.
I got nothing.
You got...
No, we once is enough.
Fair enough.
We don't need to go any further than that. At least not this time around. All right. So yes, TV talk. So WWE and Fox have agreed in principle to a new deal that will bring the Smackdown television series over to the Fox network.
Foxwell has his own network now?
No, not Jim Foxwell here.
Told you, Fearon.
This is...
Yeah, beautiful train wreck. It's going to be a beautiful train wreck.
Should I ask, what does the Fox say?
It depends on what drops he has on the computer.
Ah, there you go. Not taking the bait on that. All right. Fair enough. SmackDown is expected to move to Friday nights once the show begins airing on Fox in October of 2019.
Oh. So they're just going to move to another night that we have training. Nice.
I didn't realize that they were planning all this around your schedule.
They weren't. I was just making a joke. It's Tuesday nights. Now it's Friday nights.
Because it's all about... No.
The money.
No, I was going to say it's all about you. And
no, it is not. It is never about
hot
me.
dog and Grant... No.
You selfish...
No. No, I wasn't even going to bother playing it. But yes, the WWE and Fox television deal for SmackDown is reportedly Keyword reportedly, as it hasn't been confirmed by either side, but reportedly, according to sources, a 5-year deal worth just over $1 billion. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
I think you just did the Sports Center.
No, I was going for the dramatic sting from Austin
I know,
Powers.
but it sounded like dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Well, actually, we've got a little story about them coming up a little bit later as well. So
Yes,
that's
tying in. Very nice.
a slight tease, even though it wasn't intended that way. HollywoodReporter.com reporting that the deal is worth $205 million per year. Ooh. And that's just for SmackDown. This doesn't include what's going on with Raw and NBC Universal. So
It's amazing.
they're making bank, and anybody who bought stock in WWE a while ago, they're making bank as well, as following that TV announcement earlier this week, stock prices soared again. I know, it feels like we just said this last week, and it's because we did. It jumped up about $7 a share from $51.62 to $58.86 in about 2.5 hours Monday afternoon. Oof. Yeah, it was like the opposite of the frozen concentrated orange juice from Trading Places.
The usual?
$1.
It's funny. I was talking, incidentally enough, I was talking with one of our fellow factory people, Royal Money, about Trading Places and Eddie Murphy films, because he was telling me stuff I need to watch. And I was saying how we could never get away with that film today. Especially the scene on the train with Dan Aykroyd and the dreadlocks and the...
Oh, yeah, no.
It's a great movie.
I had to remember, it was like, which scene with Dan Aykroyd, and then you said the train, I was like, oh. And then you said the dreadlocks, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
that
right.
Scene.
Yeah.
No can do.
Anyway, sorry.
I can't go for that. No can do. Like the song of the same name.
Exactly.
Chart topper and all that. Yeah, it's y'all know where you can hear it. You know it's here. You know I do it Saturday mornings.
That is the most gee, I'm not even going to try to finish that one. I sucked.
That is the most lackluster
plug.
That's where you were going.
Don't try to help me. I floundered on that one. Note the time.
That one.
Note the time. Okay.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, since then, it's been hovering around the $57 to $58 a share mark, currently ending the week at $58.08, so a little bit down from the initial surge. But still, again, considering that, a few years ago, it was, even like 2 or 3 years ago, it was at $10 a share. Now it's almost sextupled over the course of the last few years.
How things have changed.
Yeah, and just the fact that
Meanwhile,
how often do you get to use the word sextupled?
Not often.
Yeah, increasing times 6.
And that pause was me trying to figure out a joke, but I just had nothing.
No.
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even how many jokes can we use on air. It was like how many jokes. I had nothing, Fearon. My brain was just
devoid.
Yep.
More so than usual.
Yeah. That's probably going to be the name of this episode on the archives. More so than usual. ... There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Write that down. You like writing things down? If you
This has nothing to do with jelly donuts.
But
No jelly.
No. I understood the reference. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to say
how to bring it back.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say. Meanwhile, because it was at $10 a share. Meanwhile, I still have to file a loan for broke. Yep.
Ow.
Yeah. Feel good about yourself on that one.
I can't anymore. Can we take an early break? I think we need to after this here.
We need to regroup.
Oh, goodness. No, first I got to tell you about the place to get action figures and replica title belts and sports memorabilia and banners and more. It's at George's Cards and Collectibles. We're coming up on Sunday, June 10th from 3 to 4:30 p.m. Former WWE star Tyson Kidd will be at the George's and Chamonix Mall location.
Ooh, very nice.
And then that following Saturday, June 16th from 1 to 3 p.m., as far as I know, that's still on, pending recent news from this past week. But former Phillies and Mets baseball star Lenny Dykstra is scheduled to appear at the Neshaminy Mall Cards and Collectibles show.
Those wouldn't happen to be in the notes, would they? Because I'm not aware
What?
of certain news.
Well, I mean, this isn't a baseball talk show, so I wasn't going to get into it.
Fair
but
enough. I'll just look it up.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it during the break.
Exactly.
It's another good catchphrase for the show. We should make T-shirts. I'll tell you during the break.
Possibly. Except they'd sell probably
About as much as I would, meaning not at all.
I was going to say about as well as your T-shirts, but
So yeah, and my T-shirts sell about as well as I do, meaning not at all, allegedly.
I think I just got the Luigi death stare on that. Anyway, George's has 3 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs. Their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing, and their newest location in the Oxford Valley Mall on the 2nd level next to Charlotte Roos. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. And yeah, we're gonna TCB, take care of a little business here on this holiday weekend.
See if I can get my meds in me. Figure out how to save this.
Better late than never, I suppose.
Sure.
Or better something than nothing. That's as you shrug.
I'll tell you during the break.
Oh boy. Yep, definitely more so than usual.
The consummate professional that I am, Fearon. I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
Neither could I, but that's even less surprising. Alongside Lucas DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, and we're kicking off another summer of shellfish. We have seafood specials every day of the week. On Saturdays, we have the biggest crab feast you have ever seen. It's a pound of snow crab, Dungeness crab, 3 hard shells, and our own special crabby corn, and it's delicious. On Sunday, check out our new seafood saute, clams, mussels, shrimp, lobster in our own homemade sauce. Visit chickyandpete's.com for your summer of shellfish calendar and detail.
What does Meals on Wheels do? They deliver meals and smiles to homebound seniors. But Meals on Wheels does something else. They turn a volunteer's lunch break into a meaningful experience.
As small and as simple as a relationship is between a volunteer and a client of Meals on Wheels, it's really so impactful. I never thought that 5 minutes could make so much difference in the lives of 2 people, but it has.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org. That's americaletsdolunch.org. Brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management. Teamwork is essential in winning games and in the business world. The Reedman's Hall Auto Group and Penco Tech have been working side by side for over 40 years, and now they're teammates. Penco Tech trains auto technicians and auto body techs, and Reedman's Hall has the full-time careers waiting for them. Train at Penco. Work at Reedman's Hall. If you want a great career in the automotive field, call Penco Tech at 215-785-0111 or go to pencotech.edu. A great career at Reedman's Hall starts with training at Penco Tech.
Your health is your most precious asset. Tune in to St. Mary Healthline Wednesday at 9 a.m. for advice on how to better manage your health. You will hear about important medical issues from the doctors and professionals across all service lines from St. Mary Medical Center. You will have the opportunity to talk or email your questions to the experts who can help you live a healthier lifestyle. St. Mary Healthline, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. It's your health. Expect more.
See, I just got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro, or what's left of him.
That's a fair assumption, Fearon.
Just a small piece.
Sure.
I don't know.
We regrouped. I think I'm going to be hopefully doing a lot better. I'm going to try not to joke as much because I know that part of it's done for the day.
Man, not even just about a third of the way into the show, and you're already tapping out.
Not tapping out. I'm just going to make better contributions than just me trying to crack a joke, because we all know how that's going to end not well.
That's right. He can be taught.
Oh, stop it.
Man, an Aladdin reference? We are all over the place. My goodness. All right, who better to save us here than, well, no, not Y2J, but Ed
Canyon?
No, definitely not Canyon.
Oh.
No, none other than Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
I had to save the show again.
Somebody's got to. There's only so much I have left. The tank's just about on E.
You might need to take over as host. You don't know, or co-host.
Well, you can send your audition tapes to 200 Magnolia Drive, Levittown, PA 1905. No.
C-.
C-. Wow, he's grading it too. Oh my gosh.
That's your performance. I can only imagine how bad of a grade I'm going to get.
What was that? That's right. The lineups. I think I'm sharing the blame.
I was going to say, yeah, I think we just threw Ed off of his game. What is going on?
Everybody's taking a holiday today, apparently. Except Ted. He's always on the go.
Oh, Ted's a saint.
WSU is coming back to Fort East, New Jersey on June 16th with an 8 p.m. bell time at the Coliseum.
Okay, 8 p.m. So that was coming up in June here, right? June 16th?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Breaking Barriers fought. Oh, clever. With their periodic table Breaking Bad type logo that they got going on.
I think Tessa Blanchard's on the show. I forgot to put the lineup together for that one. I think it's Tessa Blanchard, Mercedes Martinez,
mm-hmm.
and actually I have more information next week.
Oh, that's all right. I was going to say, I've got it up here on their website, czwwrestling.com/WSU. Yes, Mercedes Martinez defending the WSU World Championship against Tessa Blanchard.
Those are both, also, the two of them are also Mae Young Classic competitors.
They most certainly are. Also, WSU Spirit title on the line, Kira Hogan against Jordan Grace. And more set to come on that, as those are the two matches that have been announced thus far, and that's a 7 o'clock, doors open, and the bell is at 8 o'clock.
OLH on June 2nd in Hammerstein Ballroom in New York with a 6 p.m. bell time.
That's only, that's a week away.
Yeah. That's a Friday night. No, Saturday night. Saturday night.
Yeah, that should be a goodie 1 week from tonight. NYC Excellence.
And Wildcat Wrestling at the arena on that same night.
June 2nd, yes.
June 2nd.
For those who don't want to necessarily take that trek up to New York City.
Wildcat's going to have a few of the MFPW guys. I know the Classics will be on the show. Eric Martin.
Sabu is on the card. Luke Hawks, who owns it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen Blue Meanie's name.
Shane Douglas will be there.
Shane Douglas.
Okay, a little love to the extreme folk.
they have, like I said last week, in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, at the ice rink, they'll have in Rocky Johnson, both Wild Samoans, Alpha Sika, and Tony Atlas for WXWC4.
Oh, that should be. I was going to say that's not too far away here as far as that 8-bout card, and that is. That looks to be tonight here.
5 p.m.
Or this afternoon, I should say. Yeah.
Late afternoon, but technically.
Well, also going on today is at 3 o'clock is Chikara's anniversary.
That's what I was on my list next.
So you
can take that one.
I was gonna say, you're taking.
Well, no, I was just trying to mention. I'm not trying to take any. No, I'm sorry, Ted. Back to you.
Ed, not Ted.
Whatever. I'm trying. Okay, I told you I'm running on 2.5 hours sleep.
I was trying to give you some extra credit.
I appreciate it, Ed.
With authoritative emphasis.
You're pushed up to a C now.
Yay. Yay. It's like high school all over again.
That's about it.
Well, you don't have the matches for Chikara's anniversary?
No.
Because I don't, so...
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, where are you going with this here?
I found it. Rory Gulak, Solo Darling, Mike Quackenbush on the card, Creatures of the Deep, and Whisper.
All should be good stuff, and that's this afternoon as well. Anniversario, Heroes Shed No Tears.
And it's starting to get hot out there again.
Yeah, it most certainly is. Most definitely is. That is for sure. It's always thrown off by the various names of the events at Chikara as I'm looking at some of the upcoming events here, including on June 23rd, Go Eat Worms.
Nice name.
As well as Clan Feuds coming up in July, and then Egg Monsters from Mars. That's a fun birthday title.
They're known for their wacky and out there wrestling, and I do enjoy it. Do love me some Chikara.
Absolutely. Well, Ed, thank you so much for chiming in as always. We greatly do appreciate the look at the local scene as we kind of we go all over the board here, as if listening to the show hasn't been evident. You don't know where we're going to go, and really neither do we.
It's just going to, well, at least have an attempt to be funny. On my part, at least. So I know Fearon's going to deliver. Me, on the other hand, is note the time, Ted. You know what to do. Please. Sorry. Keep forgetting.
I can't even. There are so many of these note the times. Like I have to go back and splice all these. I mean, I'd have drops for days.
And you say I don't contribute to this show. Come on, if there was a title for making an ass out of yourself, I would be world champion. And that's what I contribute to this show. Is I contribute moments where my foot is stuck in my mouth. And I stand by that. Regrettably, but I still stand by it.
On one foot.
Yes.
While the other's stuck in your mouth. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, we teased it on the other side here unintentionally. But in other TV news, UFC and ESPN struck a new television agreement that will go into effect in January. Variety.com reporting that ESPN's total commitment is $1.5 billion over 5 years. That figure includes the deal that the two sides reached in April for a portion of the UFC television package. So this is kind of an expansion on that. Now, UFC's current deal with Fox is a 7-year deal that paid roughly $100 million per year. So they essentially tripled what they had before. Meanwhile, WWE's new Smackdown deal with Fox, that's, as we mentioned, more than $1 billion, breaks down to $205 million a year. And reports indicating that Raw is likely to stay with NBC Universal for nearly triple the current rate. So basically, both companies are making a fortune in their television rights, though it looks like WWE will be coming out ahead when you combine the Raw and SmackDown numbers. And considering that the current deal is generating about $180 million a year for Raw and SmackDown combined, you can get an idea of what the numbers are going to be, and it's a lot of money.
Indeed. And of all days that we announced this, it's also the anniversary of Vince McMahon announcing $1 Million Mania.
Oh my gosh, that I didn't even think of that as I was going through. Probably because I could have done a whole
Paul, I can't feel my legs.
Oh my goodness,
I can't feel. Which oddly enough was what I was saying. Just not Paul. Mom, this morning. Mom, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs.
Yes, the $1 million man. Oh man, that is definitely a throwback for better or worse.
That is a retrospective we need to cover.
I don't know. I mean, it didn't exactly last long. I mean, it was what, 3 weeks?
Perfect. That's like a short segment. We can do like an MSK 3000. Why did I say MSK? MST 3000. See, I suck today. What is going on?
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
So yeah, on the June 2nd Raw, it was in 2008. So this was 10. You know what? I was gonna say we should probably save it since all of this will be going on. I was gonna say today. I mean, it wasn't even. Yeah, I was gonna say you're about a week ahead of yourself. It was a week. Next week will be 1 year or 10 years to the day that he announced the giveaway. So they did that for 3 weeks, and
well, I thought it was announced, but then they started doing it the next week.
True, but this all happened in June of 2008.
Oh.
We're still in May. You cashed in a little early, that's all. Nah, nothing.
Nothing.
All right. Well, we'll save that and have a little bit more fun with that in the upcoming weeks. Probably even on that June 23rd show, we'll get into a little bit deeper into what you had referenced a moment ago with the whole Paul.
I can't feel my legs.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing. And something else that's the thing, and this should be an interesting, I guess, debate, discussion, argument maybe, one side or the other, depending on which way you want to go with it. Oh, goodness. I just look at the Facebook feedback.
Oh,
I
what
can't.
are they saying about me, Fearon? I can't imagine it's anything good.
Well, you know what? Join the page and find out yourself, because I don't even know if I can necessarily go there on the air with this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling
That's
Weekly
not
on
the case, Jerome Green, but I
Yeah.
sort of understand where you're going. No, I'm just very tired.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 AM WBCB. That's the Facebook fan page to give a contribution to here. And that, because you never know what contribution is going to occur, especially in this case. But something that I'm sure might polarize people a little bit, and for once it doesn't have anything to do with John Cena. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
WWE pay-per-view events, according to Mike Johnson of PWInsider.com, that they're going to be expanding to 4 hours, starting with Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, according to Johnson's report, WWE has informed international partners that Money in the Bank will start at 7 o'clock Eastern, an hour earlier than usual. So it'll go from 7 to 11-ish. And it appears that most of the WWE events will roughly run on that schedule of 4 hours, while the big four pay-per-views, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, will go even longer than that. So is this a matter of more of what you're looking for, or do you think this is starting to get too much of a good thing?
Yes.
You're playing both sides on this? Or is it one of those where you agree a little bit with each one?
Let's put it this way. Considering we haven't seen any of this really come into play, like we're just seeing the announcement of the 4-hour pay-per-view, so maybe after Money in the Bank we can see how it goes, but right now it's a little bit of both. Because you see how WrestleMania is, and you see how, so 4 hours of, or a long pay-per-view like SummerSlam, you're going to get a lot of a good thing. Whereas you might get at perhaps Night of Champions or Clash of Champions or a pay-per-view running through September to before Survivor Series, might get too much of a good thing. Depends on what they're giving us.
Okay, so it's in a to-be-determined type state as far as that.
I don't want to watch it. It's like, there's always that thing of the writers
being burnt out?
Yeah. Through that fall time period. Do we really want to watch a 4-hour pay-per-view of that?
I mean, a lot of people have taken umbrage with the fact that Raw has been 3 hours, and while it's something that we have gotten used to, I don't know if that's necessarily a positive thing.
And I love how, so then WWE solution is, all right, you want more for a pay-per-view? Well, Raw's 3 hours. Are you going to make it 2 hours? No, damn it, that's stupid. We're going to make the pay-per-view 4 hours. You mean like SummerSlam? No. Night of Champions. Hell in a Cell. Okay.
Mr. McMahon, it's Clash of Champions.
Whatever. Clash of Champions was WCW's production. Why did we even take that name, damn it? Whose idea was that? Was that Terrorizing's idea?
Oh, boy.
He used to be in WCW. I never trusted him.
Yeah, there you go. I don't even know where to go with that.
Well, we could make the pay-per-views 5 hours. I like that idea. If that's where you want to go.
No, although I have a hunch you'll tell me exactly where I can go, and we'll just leave it at that.
You don't go where you want to go. You go where I tell you to go.
You were trying so hard to work that in.
Yes, I was. How is this the only good part of the show that I've contributed to?
This is what he's referencing, by the way.
I'm not even...
See, I don't ask my audience what they want. I tell them what they want. I tell them what they want, and then they like it.
So do you think it's going to be more of that here?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Oh, did you want Vince McMahon to answer?
No.
Did you want Twitch McMahon to answer that one?
No, I did not want Twitch McMahon to answer that.
Fair enough. I think I've already jeopardized my career too much today, both as a wrestler and a broadcaster. And you know what? Double down.
Man. Remind me next March not to take you to the casinos.
Like, I'm going to go to the casinos. My luck is bad enough already.
Well, perhaps it's one of those, like, reverse psychology things. Like, it's bad everywhere else, and then you'll go there, and next thing you know, you'll be cleaning up, and next thing you know, we'll be here going... Money! No? Okay.
We might be, but then at the same time, it might just be them. You know, the casinos, you don't win because you win because they want you to win. And I know that wasn't really. I wasn't really trying to tie Vince McMahon back into that, but it's the truth. Because let's put it this way. If there's anything I've learned from watching films and listening to people talking about being at a casino, as soon as somebody says, oh, come on, why don't you play one more game? You walk away. You walk away. Do not feed your ego any more than you should or than you have to. Because as soon as you play that one more game, everything's done.
Uh-huh.
But knowing me, oh, sure, I'll play another game. What could go wrong? And then we're sitting here. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, no, we're yeah, you will have hit all the whammies and none of the big bucks.
Not at all.
So Gear Up coming up in July for 4 hours of Extreme Rules, and in September 4 hours of Hell in a Cell, and in October 4 hours of TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, and 4 hours of Clash of Champions in December. At least I'm pretty sure that's.
I still stand by. It's a good idea.
You're. I was gonna say you're gonna have no voice at the end of this. When you go with that
Good.
Twitch McMahon voice.
Good. I don't deserve to have one after today's performance. Okay.
That's right, Twitch. You're fired. This whole thing is embarrassing. It really is. I agree. Me from the past.
All right, I think it's time we take care of some business here because we're well past that at this point. Holy smokes.
We're way past professionalism.
More so than usual.
See?
It all ties in.
It's like hour 97. It all goes back to more so than usual.
Apparently, although the holiday weekend is heating up at the Broken Goblet Brewery. You know what time it is. Got to talk about that. 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA, where tonight is the return of Kinky Quizzo.
Ooh.
Yes, check out all the fun trivia and surprises that Dawn brings to the mix that I definitely can't talk about on the air. What I can talk about, though, is the great beers currently on tap, including the Belgian Golden Strong Ale aged on blackberries called Fool's Gold. It's the Goblet's 3rd anniversary ale, which they're closing in on year 4. That'll be coming up in July. More on that a little bit later. Get some of that while it's on. Also on tap, the return of Chai by the Sword, the Chai Tea IPA.
What a name.
Also, the Angry Troll Amber Ale, the 2018 version of Bubba's Teabag, the Fall of Risengard Rye IPA, and the Trey de Marque, the Belgian Strong Ale, packing a punch at just over 11%. Want something a little lighter? Try the Steinbeiser's Buried Treasure, a clean and easy drinking cream ale. It's like the popular domestics you see on TV, but made with love.
Exactly. And also, anyone who enjoys some craft beer and some music, Wednesday nights, open mic night at the Broken Goblet from 7 to 10, hosted by Brian Bortnick, and you'll see some familiar faces as well. Anybody who's got a guitar, local musician, it's a lot of fun. I can speak for myself. And they usually have a nice little food truck out there.
Yes, the food truck from Jay's Steak and Hoagie joint.
Yes. I had their what was it, the Philly? That's what it was. It was a pretzel roll with whiz and onions. It was a cheesesteak, and it was fantastic. And they also have homemade chips.
They do, and those are delicious as well.
See, I'm contributing to a Broken Goblet plug for once.
I know. Now, have you had their beer dip sandwich?
I was going to, but I just don't know how filling it's going to be. So I'm going to try it next week.
There you go. No, it is definitely the dip that they make out of it. I mean, you could even have that dip and put the chips in it if you want.
Yes,
so
it's all made with Philadelphia cream cheese.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of Philly representation there with Jay's Steak and Hoagie joint. That they're the official food truck of the Broken Goblet Brewery. They're there every day except for Saturday, which if you head on over there today, it's BYOB today. Or rather, BYOF, I should say.
Bring your own food.
Bring your own food, yes. Definitely don't, yeah, you want to buy your own beer there. That's how that works. But you want to bring your own food from the Broken Goblet. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. And also note that Broken Goblet is closed tomorrow in honor of the Memorial Day holiday. So if you have any crowlers to stock up on, today would be the day. So get on over there.
How have they not made a Mr. Crowley reference out of like a Mr. Crowler, like an Ozzy Osbourne themed Crowler?
My guess is because they already have a name for the Crowler machine, and it's a little bit more nerdish, which is kind of in their wheelhouse.
Please tell me it's a Mr. Coffee reference from Spaceballs. What do we got on this thing? A Cuisinart?
No.
Okay.
Not quite anything like that. I believe. Well, I'll look it up over the break because I forget the name of it off the top of my head, but I want to say it's a Balder or something along those lines. But yeah, I'll confirm that during the break here. It's something fun regardless. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take care of some business and come back with Today in Wrestling History and birthdays and some other fun hilarity hijinks and who the heck knows what else. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Join former Phillies pitcher Ricky Vitalico and Tommy Green along with host John Brazier for the Baseball Insider Show presented by SEPTA this and every Sunday prior to Phillies baseball. For guest and location information, visit WBCB1490.com. It's the Baseball Insider Show presented by SEPTA this Sunday prior to Phillies baseball right here on 1490 WBCB and video stream live on Facebook and at WBCBsports.com.
Energy costs are skyrocketing. Now's the time to upgrade your old heater and air conditioning systems to more efficient units to save on your utility bills. Harris Comfort can also handle all your propane needs, as well as providing sales and service on whole house generators. Harris Comfort is still family owned and has been serving our area for over 60 years, providing sales, service, installation, and peace of mind. Call 215-788-4596 or go to harriscomfort.com. Harris Comfort, still family and still local.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Peanut, butter, candy, cake. Is it even legal to say 4 words that delicious? Yes, it is. And only Tasty Cake peanut butter candy cakes bring them all together. Delicious baked sponge cake coated in creamy peanut butter, then bathed in indulgent milk chocolate. There's nothing else like it. So pick up candy cakes and other Tasty Cake treats at a store near you today. For your family, for yourself, just for the fun of it. Join the conversation when you follow Tasty Cake on Facebook and Instagram.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, May 26. On this date in 1996, the WWF held its In Your House Beware of Dog pay-per-view. In the main event, WWF champion Shawn Michaels fought the British Bulldog to a double pin draw. On this date in 1997, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Nashville, Tennessee. In the main event, Booker T and Stevie Ray pinned Jeff Jarrett and Steve McMichael in a tag team match. Also on this date in 1997, WWF Monday Night Raw aired live from Evansville, Indiana. In the main event, Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin defeated Owen Hart and the British Bulldog to win the WWF Tag Team Championship. On this date in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Mobile, Alabama. In the main event, Triple H defeated Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels in a handicap tag team match. This has been Today in Wrestling History, May 26.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon here with you alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro, and well, we don't exactly have a cot for you. There is a couch to respond to a Facebook fan page comment. And also, yes, it was Baldur.
There is no sleeping on the job, Jerome.
Well, it's more so for before or after. utilize that couch on many a night trying to get things done here and get a little bit of sleep.
I live relatively closer to the station. My problem was just managing to get out of bed. But I was still able to make it here on time. Granted, it was the last second, but it was
Nobody
on time.
knew that.
Yeah,
until you said it.
Exactly. So as far as you guys knew, I was here till 6. I wasn't here till 6:30. Who am I kidding? Somebody asked me the other day about the radio show and asked, like, what do you do? So how much show prep do you guys do? And my response was, oh, you card. Here's what I pretty much do for show prep is on a good day, I show up early. Like, and by early, I mean like 11 o'clock. And then Fearon gives me the notes. I doodle on them and then also annotate. And now we're here.
I feel like we should put up on the fan page some of your doodles and drawings.
Well, today I was actually making a bit of a logo for Pro Wrestling Weekly. And then doing abstract art around it. But I will take a picture. You're right. It's a good idea.
It's one in a row.
Right? For once. Well, no, actually, it was your idea. So, don't give me that much credit. Or any.
Indeed. All right, so the first round matches for the WWE UK Championship Tournament have been announced.
Yes.
So if we've got Drew Gulak against Jack Gallagher.
I'm undecided on that match.
Ashton Smith against Joseph Connors.
I have Joseph Connors winning. We're doing prediction. I'm doing predictions at least.
Yeah, they're not official as far as going wrong or anything. Flash Morgan Webster against James Drake.
I have Flash Morgan Webster. Can't talk still.
Kenny Williams against Dave Mastiff.
Undecided.
Ligero against Travis Banks.
Also undecided.
Zach Gibson against Amir Jordan.
I have Zach Gibson.
Okay. Tucker against Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey.
And Jordan Devlin against Tyson T-Bone.
I have Twin Balor, Jordan Devlin.
Twin Balor, unbelievable. Now, they haven't announced, like, the bracket, so they don't know, so you won't know who will be facing who in the second round as far as the winners go. But time will tell on that, as we're still about a month away or so. A little less than. Also, Fight TV and Global Force Entertainment announced their partnership on Thursday for GFE to develop sports and entertainment programming for the Fight Combat Sports platform.
Okay, Global Sports Entertainment, Global Force Entertainment, is that still with Jeff Jarrett?
Yes, and you actually kind of got a little ahead of where I was going with that. We're used to it as GFW, Global Force Wrestling, but in this press release, it was noted as GFE, Global Force Entertainment.
The only thing that still got me on that was Global Force. It just doesn't stay down. God bless it.
And it talks a little bit about Global Force Entertainment and Jeff Jarrett and all that, and as well as Fight TV. Hope it works out for GFE.
Yeah. And Double J. As Joe Gibson would say, bless his heart.
Mm-hmm. That's all I'll say about Fight TV. Comic books featuring 4 former WWE wrestlers are featured in a new TampaBay.com story by Paul Guzzo. The comics feature Nikolai Volkov, Lanny Poffo, Brian Blair, and Jim Duggan.
I was going to say, that's interesting because WWE has also announced, I think from Boom Studios, they're going to be doing a comic book centered around Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' Fight Forever feud.
Huh.
Yeah, which I'm extremely excited about.
Let's see. Meanwhile, writer John Crowther had said of the subject of his books, quote, "These guys are superheroes, and like comics, if you can suspend reality while you watch wrestling, there are few things more entertaining," end quote. The story noted that future wrestler comics include a pending book on the late Bruno Sammartino, Rocky Johnson, and the Rock and Roll Express. As long as it's not, well, maybe we should get Ultimate Warrior to kind of retcon what occurred back in '96.
Huh. Warrior says that never happened.
Yeah, that comic book, though. Oh, my goodness. Especially the Christmas edition. All right, the less I say about that, the better. You can look it up on the interwebs.
We'll tell you during the break.
During the 167-hour break between now and next week. There we go.
That's the catchphrase of we can't talk about it on the air. We'll tell you during the break.
Well, let's just say that there was a depiction of Santa Claus and it wasn't very family friendly.
Have you seen any of Warrior's political and social views?
Say no more. All right.
Hey, snap, snap, wink, wink.
WWE pulled the Samoa Joe against Big Cass match. It was scheduled for this past Tuesday's Smackdown. It was supposed to be a Money in the Bank qualifier because Big Cass got injured on the European tour.
Oh, no.
Daniel Bryan faced Jeff Hardy this past Tuesday, setting up a Bryan Samoa Joe matchup this coming Tuesday to get into that Money in the Bank match. Be still, Twitch's beating heart. Also, WWE got a little backlash, no pun intended, when posting on Instagram their longest active championship reigns. As listed with the longest active reign is WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, who has held the title for 419 days and counting since winning it from Goldberg at WrestleMania 33 last year. The flack comes from the word active, as Lesnar has defended the title 10 times in the past 419 days.
Yeah.
And I had them listed here, but we don't have time to go over all of them. Meanwhile, Pete Dunne has defended the UK Championship 18 times since winning the title at NXT TakeOver Chicago just over a year ago, but also wrestling for Progress, Shikara, and Rev Pro, among others.
Yeah, he hasn't really defended it a lot on WWE television.
No, but there's been a few in there. And one last funny thing here, an unfortunate incident in Brooklyn, New York led to a hysterical tweet from WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels.
Uh-oh.
A Brooklyn barber threw a customer through his shop's window after they argued following a request by the customer to trim his beard, and the barber, who was a practicing Muslim, declined. The customer had his back turned to the barber, who pushed the customer, and he went through the plate glass window. Yeah, I think you can see where the connection to wrestling is with this. Michaels tweeted out the New York Daily News story this past Sunday, noting, quote, "For everyone who asked, I promise I had nothing to do with this."
Sean.
Because Michaels infamously ended his tag team partnership with Marty Jannetty of the Rockers by delivering a super kick on the interview segment The Barber Shop, hosted by Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and then proceeded to shove Jannetty face first through the glass window on the set. So that's where that reference comes from.
Yes.
All right, we've got a couple of minutes left, which means it's time for...
birthdays!
Yep, 2 plus 4 Brucey bonuses.
Ooh, you're spoiling me.
I know. On this date in 1968, Patrick Kenny was born. The former ECW and TNA wrestler and booker, also known as Simon Diamond, turns 50 today. And on this date in 1979, Ashley Marie Massaro was born. The former 2005 WWE Diva Search winner, Playboy magazine cover girl, and valet for then WWE Tag Team Champions Paul London and Brian Kendrick. She turns 39 today.
That's the one thing about her I didn't know, that she managed the Hooligans.
Yeah, there you go. And to the Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. On this date in 1939, Brent Woody Musburger was born, the former sports play-by-play broadcaster for CBS, ABC, and ESPN, and the current face of the Vegas Stats and Information Network. He turns 79 today. On this date in 1948, Stephanie Lynn Nix was born. The singer and songwriter, best known as the vocalist of the band Fleetwood Mac, including the chart topper Dreams from 1977, better known as Stevie Nicks, turns 70 today. Yep. All right. On this date in 1949, Randall Hank Williams was born. The country music singer with chart toppers including 11 Roses, Texas Women, Dixie on My Mind, All My Rowdy Friends Have Settled Down, and Honky Tonkin', which you would have heard earlier this morning on chart toppers, among many others. Better known professionally as Hank Williams Jr., turns 69 today.
He also did the Monday Night Football
theme for quite a few years, yep. Yes. And on this date in 1962, Robert Francis Goldthwait was born. The comedian, actor, and voice artist known for his stand-up comedy as well as roles in the Police Academy movies, Scrooged and Hot to Trot, better known as Bobcat Goldthwait, turns 56 today.
Don't worry, I'm not going to try and do a Bobcat impression.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, we don't need the sound of
scraggliness.
I was going to say some awful acts being performed on a cat.
I'm a vegetarian.
Okay.
See, I'll quote it. I'm just not going to do the impression.
All right. You even lost me on that.
It's a very obscure reference from Police Academy. I know.
All righty. Play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock.
Celebrating 60 years of broadcasting excellence, we're 1490 WBCB, Levittown.